Hello everyone, and welcome to the Indie Space Game Review series. I'm going to be your host Andrew, and today we're going to be reviewing Rogue Continuum. This might look like a simple classic arcade style game, but looks can be deceiving. Now, I don't want to tell you too much of the storyline, so I'm just going to basically give you the rundown that's inside the intro of the game that everybody will find out right off the bat. So, one day, the unthinkable happens. The Earth was invaded by aliens. Dun 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 dun. Yes, the game does follow an alien invades Earth, please save us all whole routine. But it's not going to let you save it so easily. Good thing you bring a couple friends along to the fight. But just like in the game of Borderlands, your foes can get plentiful and more people join. It causes the enemies to get more difficult. Now pick your friends wisely because you can only have up to 4 actual people playing with you because there's only 4 playable characters. Now those 4 playable characters are: you have SmackDown Sam, which is basically a blonde-headed wannabe Duke Nukem, but still has a pretty cool badass attitude. Next you have Rampaging Rufus, which is basically just a muscular badass who has a bunch of swords that is just your melee powerhouse. Next you have Destructobot, which is basically just a giant robot with 2 miniguns on it, but there are a few key features that make him special, which we'll get into just momentarily. And lastly you have Onage Alga, which is your typical no-scope badass with her sniper rifle, considering you don't actually get to use a scope seeing it's a third-person game. So you have your typical sniper rifle long-range person, you have your tank powerhouse mech, you have your close quarters combat, and you have your well-balanced main character. Now, of course, having well-balanced characters and all these badasses mean nothing if the levels aren't there with it. So, with each level you get to go, you get to sport a unique theme with them. They're all randomly generated, so each encounter that you get through it will seem unique. Now, of course, the different kinds of maps, you have a run-down post-apocalyptic city where you have robots and everything trying to kill you. You also have caves that just have crawling with acidic spiders and slugs, and hordes, and I mean hordes, of Zubat-like creatures. And, of course, don't forget you have the jungle maps, which have predators, which have cloaking on them, which are almost impossible to get around. So when you get to that map, take your time and work your way through it piece by piece. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I do not want to reveal too much of the storyline, seeing as I want everyone to go play this. But, of course, within this timeline, the Earth does get blown up, which you find out in the intro, and you and your crew have to get onto your spaceship that's all advanced and future-like, where you can actually travel 28 days into the past and figure out who was the one that invaded and blew up the planet Earth. Now, unlike being a general detective like Mr. Watson, you actually get to go back in time and literally just kill every possible person and type of actual alien, just in case. You don't actually get to figure out who did it, you just get to kill everyone and everything that could have possibly had the technology to do it. So you just kind of rule everything out. Now, of course, with your characters that you get to bring along, they are upgradable. And the more you play, the more credits you get, and when you get credits, you get to actually unlock special abilities and actual special moves for your character, and weapons. Now, as SmackDown Sam, you get different kinds of guns. You get shotguns, machine guns, and different types of actual guns. Rampaging Rufus, you get more melee weapons and melee moves that you can throw projectiles, have a shield with your actual swords, and different types of things that way. Now with Destructobot, you're going to get more powerful rockets and different types of explosives to go along with it. Probably a nice little bird to sit on your shoulder. Onage Alga gets different types of sniper rifles and upgrades that way. Not too sure about her different specialty moves. You're going to have to experience those all on your own. And so in the end, this does look like your nice rogue dungeon crawler, but it has more things behind the scenes than you would expect. Seeing as you have the completely randomly generated maps, the randomly generated spawn points of the enemies, so you don't actually get to learn the maps every time you play through. You don't just get to find the pattern recognition and go at it, you get to experience it differently every time. And so for a $10 game to where you can have at least 10 to 15 hours of playtime, now that's just with multiplayer. Now if you go single player route, you can actually get and beat the game in the single player, and then there's an extra harder difficulty, which is the unedited version of the original game that you get to play, which is even harder. So for $10, this isn't a bad game to get. You and all your friends can play. This isn't one of those matchmaking systems where you have to actually hop into a game. You can start your own game, have it privately, invite all your friends, and have a good sit-down time, either locally or online. Hope you guys enjoyed this review video from us here at d.e.n Studios. If you guys want to go check out Rogue Continuum, the link down to the Steam store will be down below for you guys to check it out for yourself. If you guys really enjoyed this video or want to see more of these, feel free to hit the like button down below, and don't forget to go to the link down in the description to our website, where you can find this video and all of our other videos all in the same place. And from there, you can also go check out our Facebook and Twitter account to go check out what we have there. This has been Andrew from d.e.n Studios, and we will see you guys in the next one.